Hello, Jeremy Rich here, and in this video we're going to be covering the Fifth and Sixth Amendments. They pretty much go hand in hand, so I decided to put them together. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. Nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. All right, this one breaks up into 6 parts. The first one being that if you are charged with or accused of a capital crime or otherwise a really big crime, they have to have a grand jury indict you for it. The second part of this is that there's an exception to this clause, and it's concerning the easy way to think about it would be the military, anything to do with the military. It's a different court system. The next part would be double jeopardy, and everybody should know this one. It's simply put, you can't be charged for the same offense more than once. Now, there are some exceptions to this. Appeals, obviously, appeal your case and you do the case more than once. Another one would be state charges and federal charges. There's some other exceptions, I'm sure, but we'll leave it at that. The next one, the fourth part, is self-incrimination. You don't have to testify against yourself. You'll hear this if the police read you your rights and say you have the right to remain silent. This is what they're referring towards. Or also you'll hear someone say, I plead the fifth, and this is the part that they're talking about. The next part, the fifth part, is due process. It means the government, when they're charging you for stuff, now take in mind this is a real simplified version, when the government's charging you with a crime, they have to follow the laws of the land, basically. The last part of this is what's called the eminent domain. It just means if they want to come in, if the city or the state or the federal government wants to come in and take your property for whatever reason, you have to be justly compensated for it. That's it for the Fifth, so now we'll move on to the Sixth Amendment. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which districts shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Okay, the first part, pretty straightforward, right to a speedy trial. The second part, also straightforward, right to a public trial. That one's kind of important. You wouldn't want a private trial because then the watchful eye of the public isn't watching, and so anything goes. Right to an impartial jury, that means a jury who hasn't made its mind up yet. They haven't heard any of the facts, so to speak. The right to be informed of the nature and causes of charges, meaning they have to tell you what's going on, why you're being charged, what evidence is out against you. They have to tell you. Then the right to face your accusers. This one is pretty important as well. That way there's not just anonymous people bringing false allegations against you and whatnot. The right to call a witness on your behalf. And the court will also subpoena that witness or do whatever's in its power to get that witness there. Because in America, we're actually innocent until proven guilty. You have a right to a lawyer. And that one's pretty self-explanatory. Well, that concludes the Fifth and Sixth Amendment. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes.